What's going on, family? We are here. We are in Orlando, Florida. In the Dr. Phillips area, to be exact. At Dr. Phillips Cemetery. Excuse me, guys, just got finished eating. But we are here to pay respects to none other and visit Payne Stewart. Most of you guys remember the popularity of Payne Stewart in the 90s, being a golfer that had a distinctive look. You know, he had that old Scottish look going on. And to say the least, that is something that even now, I was never a big golf fan. I think Tiger Woods kind of somewhat struck some of my interests, but who could not remember or forget Payne Stewart? You know, the guy, he wore the hat with the palm on the top, and you know the pants, and you know the polo shirt, and you know vest or whatever the case may be, and he was just somebody that stuck out to you, and you would see it on ESPN, and especially great color commentators. You know, somebody who could really give you an idea, visual, without you seeing the person. Someone who will also grab your attention with their words. Somebody like the great Stuart Scott. May he also rest in peace as well. But yeah, we're here, and man, a beautiful cemetery, well manicured. I mean, well manicured. What more can you ask for? Look at the landscape here. Beautiful trees, beautiful oaks. You got some cypress trees here, and it is not something that you could say, you know what, I've seen another one like it. Maybe not here in Florida, but this is definitely a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful resting place. Professional golfer, William Stewart, better known as Payne Stewart, born in Springfield, Missouri, to the parents of Bernice Payne and William Payne Sr. At a young age of 4, Payne Stewart first learned how to play golf under the tutelage of his dad. And while attending Southern Methodist University, he became co-champion of the Southwestern Conference during his senior year. That was in 1979. He tried and failed to earn a spot time after time at the PGA Tour at their qualifying school, which was the first stepping stool for him, the first stepping stone. After failing to earn a spot, he never gave up. Instead, he made his professional golf debut on the Agent Tour while he played 2 years for that tour. He won a spot on the PGA Tour in 1981 and won his first title at the Miller High Life Tournament at Quad Cities in 1982. A second victory soon followed in a 1983 Walt Disney World Golf Classic. He became a fan favorite and was widely known for his professional wardrobe, which consists of those, you already know, those knickers. Those knickers was Payne Stewart. Payne Stewart was those knickers. He also wore that tam, you know, with the little poof ball at the top. I remember growing up as a kid and looking at ESPN, looking at, you know, basketball and football highlights, and, you know, they'll be talking about the PGA Tour, and it was none other than Payne Stewart that you would see grace the screen with that iconic wardrobe. And I think people knew who he was you could see him from a distance and know that was Payne Stewart. Oh my gosh. He finished that. He finished as a runner-up in each competition for the next 6 years, and he never quit. He never stopped. He knew he would persevere. And in 1987 was the winning team for the Ryder Cup, the Kirin Cup, and the World Cup. He won the 1989 PGA Championship, and in 1991, the U.S. Open. He also won the 1995 Houston Open and the 1999 Pebble Beach National Pro-Am, which still goes on to this day. I mean, I always hear about it. Pebble Beach, the name just sounds... I've never been there, never seen pictures, but if I recall, the videos was enough. I mean, it was something that looked beautiful as well, so I could just imagine how that is around tournament time. The same year that he won the 1999 Pebble Beach National Pro-Am, that same year he won his second U.S. Open. That October, a month after his team won the Ryder Cup, he boarded a jet bound. Oh man. Before I go on to this next part, I have to tell you my memories of this particular moment. So being here in Florida and being in the Central Florida area, which the Orlando News Channel, which is WFTV Channel 9, which I've been watching it for years. I just remember them covering it so heavy. You had some reporters. You had Pat Clark. He covered all the sports, and he would come in and out. And you had Marla Weech and Bob Opsahl, and they were heavy on it because it hit so close to home. With him being somebody who, if I recall, he lived here in Orlando, and he was really, really something next to Arnold Palmer, something that was near and dear to the Orlando area in the golfing world. And I remember them covering it, newscast to newscast, and Channel 9 is pretty much West 2 is second, but Channel 9 is the #1 news channel in my family, in our home. And it's been like that since I was a kid, since I could open up my eyes. And probably, my grandmother says that when we used to hear that distinctive intro to the newscast, we used to run into the front room. But back to the story. I mean, it was something that was a very, very, very blanketed, heavy story. Even if you did not watch him on TV, people knew who Payne Stewart was. We knew who Payne Stewart was. My family is not heavy into golf. So me and my brother, being ESPN kids, we knew who he was, and we felt for his family. We felt for the people who loved him. And to say the least, I think that's something that people still talk about to this day, Payne Stewart and the way that he passed, because it was very tragic. It was something that I don't think people saw it coming. I don't think people were ready for it. They're still not, years later. But again, who is ready for the passing of somebody beloved, whether it's a family member or somebody who you admire on television? Kobe Bryant, that still is something tough. Michael Jackson, that's still something tough. I know for a lot of people, Elvis, and the list goes on. But Payne Stewart definitely was covered and was loved by Central Florida. I know many other regions, but I'm just specifically speaking on, when we first heard about it, when it first came across our news channel, and the way they covered it story to story. I mean, it was something that was for months, that was heavily covered. So, yeah. So Payne Stewart boarded the jet, headed to Dallas He was going out to Dallas for a meeting. And once he boarded the jet, they saw no signs of any type of failure, any type of issue. They said it was a perfect takeoff. That was at 9:19. Air traffic control centers in Jacksonville reported that it had lost contact with the plane at 9:33. At 11:09, Air Force planes sent in pursuit of the off-course and unresponsive aircraft discovered it showed clouded and the windows were frozen when they pulled up next to it. On the interior, you can see nothing. So if you're flying next to the plane and you look over, in the morning when you wake up, and if you don't put the defroster on right away, you can't see in, they can't see out. So just imagine that. So the results of the frosted glass, they already knew that just looking at it, what exactly happened. So in their case, what happened, the results of it was occurrence consistent with a loss of pressure. So what happened was pretty much, instead of it being airtight, it was a leak somewhere. It had to be. And in that case, rapid temperature drop. It plummeted to being cold. And there you go. There you have it. The windows frosted over. There was no signs of life. They radioed several times to the jet. Nothing. Cell communication went unanswered as well. So they called the phones and it just wasn't anything. All 6 people within the plane had already died. Escorted by the North Dakota Air National Guard, at 1:14, it was reported that the charter jet had started to fall. It finally crashed in a field in South Dakota. At the time of his death, Stewart was 3rd on the all-time career earning listings. Wow. It kind of brings you back to understanding of here today, gone tomorrow, how fragile life can be. No matter how much money you have, we are human. We all are human. And there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Just trust in God, love one another, and just be the best steward, no pun intended, be the best steward in life to people. Treat everybody like you want to be treated. Love one another. Mend fences where they are broken. And just make sure that when you leave this earth that you leave a stamp in the world that people can always look upon you and say, you know what? This person was a great person. This person meant this, and it was something good. Meant this to me. Wow. I don't know about you guys, but it definitely makes me think about my own mortality. Payne Stewart also had 11. That's a lot. 11 tour victories and 3 major titles. In 2000, the PGA Tour introduced the Payne Stewart Award to be given annually to a player sharing his respect for the traditions of the game. In 2001, he was inducted to the World Golf Hall of Fame. And somewhere over here she'll be Payne Stewart. This place is beautiful. This place is beautiful. families here. Now, if you look at this place, you wouldn't even know this was a resting place. And look at that water fountain. Beautiful. Very well maintained. And sometimes Find a Grave is very good at helping you find what you're looking for. And sometimes there's a wild goose hunt. And I think over here where this flag is where we shall find Mr. Stewart. And yes, here we are. Got a little golf ball there, and you can see that one been there for a while, and there's another one here. But his headstone reads, his epitaph reads, in loving memory of William Payne Stewart, born January 30th, 1957, and he passed October 25th, 1999. The champion of our hearts, we will love you forever. And you have a scripture here, Psalms 16-8. I have set the Lord continually before me. He is at my right hand, and I will not be shaken. Wow. And they did great with this. They did great with this. Man. Let's clear this off a little here. All right. Rest well, Mr. Stewart. Rest well. Rest well. You have entertained millions and millions, maybe even billions of people. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry, guys. Between getting phone calls and everything else, the video was kind of choppy, but we made it through. Again, Payne Stewart was somebody who you did not have to be a golf fan to know who he was. I think almost everybody in the world knew who Payne Stewart was. If they did not know him by name, they knew him by his wardrobe. You know, the hat, the knickers, you know, that Scottish look. And I believe that Payne Stewart was just somebody who wholeheartedly loved golf and just took it so serious and with a passion that I think everybody should. Of course, you know, nowadays money matters, different things like that. But I know back then they probably wasn't getting the same amount of money as they get now. But you could tell just even from seeing the highlights and different things like that, that was somebody who really enjoyed the game. He didn't just play it for just the financial gain of it, but he also played it because guess what? He loved it. He loved it. He had the passion for it. It was a thrill to him. It was possibly something I would say a thrill and a chase. You know what I mean? Because if you got somebody in front of you, you got to chase them down in order to, you know, pass them, surpass them. So you got to be somebody who mentally had a competitive edge. And sometimes money outweighs that. Money is a bonus to that. You're talking to somebody who used to play sports myself, never played golf, but like in most sports, when you got the passion for it, even if you're not getting paid for it, you're still gonna do it. So that concludes my day. I was working today, and I thought, hey, I'm in Orlando. I've been wanting to pay my respects to Payne Stewart, and I want to bring you guys along with me. And after eating so much, between the phone calls and my tongue being heavy from just eating and drinking today as I was working, trying to stay hydrated, trying to stay full in order to keep it going out here in this Florida sun. I made it through, and you guys came with me, and I want to thank you guys. All this is possible because you guys tune in. You guys know I'm new to this, and you guys give me everything I need to keep going. So if you can, it doesn't cost a thing. If you can, please like, comment, and share the video. It doesn't cost anything. If you could subscribe, please do. I would graciously love that. Hit that bell as well to get notifications. Go right up here. Hit subscribe. Thank you guys. More videos coming soon, even better. And I thank you guys.